I do like the Veilguard, and I'm having fun playing it. Not something you really commonly hear in the internet right now, because the drama and rage bait just gets you more views. Let's look past all of this. Why do I actually enjoy the game, and could it be something for you or not? As a heads up, I loved the original Dragon Age and played them way too much. Dragon Age 2 was quite fun for me, regardless of the public opinion. And I did funnily not like Dragon Age Inquisition, but now I'm back with the Veilguard, and the main thing that really jumps in my face is actually the combat. My number one rule for a game is, if the combat is bad, I don't care how good the story is, I won't finish the game because it's going to be a drag. I've been recently enjoying The Banisher, God of War, Dragon's Dogma 2, and then Veilguard combat came along, and that seemed to exactly fit into this niche of things that I've been having fun with, especially as a mage. Mage in this case is not the laid back character. I'm shooting my 3 orbs attack out, and then I get a dash forward to make the arcane bomb explode, can swap over to my staff, throw out a wave of fire, necrotic damage whatsoever, charge up my skills with left click spam to then shoot out whatever ability I choose. And the cool thing about the abilities is you can refund your points at any given time. Just right before a boss encounter, if you died to someone and figured out, hey, that dude is actually vulnerable to fire, maybe I should rush all the way to get myself the meteor, or he's vulnerable to frost. Can adapt everything on the fly, and that's really fun for me, not being locked into my decisions, having to go back to the lighthouse. Nah, if I want to try out something, if the bonus mana regeneration does actually do well, or if the perfect cast is quite cool, I can just try it and then refund if it wasn't like something I wanted to do, or it turned out to be a lackluster experience. The focus is on you, your main character, and yourself. You do have your companions, and obviously you can stop the game, use their combo wombos, and pop off. But honestly, mostly I've been just focusing on myself, every now and then setting a primer to get a cool detonation. But I just, like to dash around, get in there, shoot my skills, use my abilities, then every now and then make a tactical decision. Do I miss controlling my whole team Baldur's Gate-like and really min-maxing every character? To a degree, yes. I do miss it. But on the other hand, I also like to really focus just on my one dude and not have to have the mental load of trying to min-max every single one. Because if I already have the control over all my characters fully, then I'm going to min-max all of them. This is definitely a more shallow approach that is not for everyone, but it exactly fit to what I was looking for. Now, the combat is good and I'm enjoying it, but what about the story? Heads up, I do read around 3 to 4 books a month, mostly a lot of lit RPG, but also high fantasy and very old fantasy. And if I look for good stories, I know where to find them in my books. But what about Dragon Age, the Veilguard now? It is interesting enough to keep me going. Don't worry, no spoilers here. Just a hint at what keeps me interested and what I want to find out. And that's the odds that are being stacked against you. You're essentially this group of thrown together ragtag people that all have their specialty and kind of can shine in their respective field of work. And you're kind of like here, and your enemies are on a power scale beyond what my camera can actually show. These impossible odds are making me very intrigued about how we're going to tackle this. What is the solution? And that paired together with the combat and finding out more about my skills has me intrigued enough to keep going and enjoying myself. Now let's talk about the item upgrade system and the world in general. I do enjoy the items. I find something, I go to a vendor, I could buy the same weapon, and suddenly it goes from common to the next upgrade. I recently did a quest and I actually get myself another necrotic orb. Boom, suddenly it was a green necrotic orb. I didn't get a duplicate. Nope, the duplicate actually upgraded what I already had. And that made me very happy. It makes exploration so much more fun, as it will just progress my character further, no matter what. That being said, exploration is quite linear. Yes, you walk down your level, especially during the story before you unlock the zone fully. And there's always a little nooks and crannies you can go in. What I do enjoy is the odd chest that you have to discover on how to get there. The little puzzles you have to solve to get your loot. Makes me happy every single time I get one of those knocked out. During my playtest before release, there was one chest I couldn't figure out. And then on the live stream with the chat together, we actually managed to get to that chest gave me a huge relief because I was so annoyed of not having found my way to that chest. It took up my brain to really finish every single zone and knock out every single piece. And the world around me does look gorgeous for sure. Yes, the graphic is more on the comic-y side than the nitty-gritty super dark style, and everything seems a bit glossy is the best way to describe. If you don't like that art style, you don't like it. What can I say? Did I enjoy the Banisher's art style, for example, way more? Yes, I did. But different games, different art styles. That's just taste. Now, what about all the woke stuff, the DEI and that kind of things that being shoved in your face? Maybe I'm too European, German, I might be blind, dense, all these things together. But the only thing I saw was when I created my character that he asked me, am I male, female, or whatever gender I'd like to be? I choose male. Then it told me, do I want to be referred as he, him, she, her, or whatever? And I choose he, him. And yeah, my one companion has a prosthetic leg. Now you could yell, that's too much inclusion, but I mean, she's a mage in a resistance group of mages that are fighting against the establishment. I think the Shadow Dragoons they're called. Fighting demons. I guess having lost a leg is the least thing you should probably worry about. And the prosthetic looks pretty kick-ass, to be fair. Quality of the dialogues are kind of going the same category as the story. Are those the best dialogues I've ever heard? The most intricate conversations with the most emotions? No. But is it at the good enough spectrum to keep me going? Especially then again, paired with the combat, the funny itch I have from discovering chests, and the story with the power scaling having me intrigued on how we solve this? Yes, indeed it does. Keep me going. As a conclusion, I might just be a simple mother trucker who's again dense and doesn't see all the political bullcrap that's trying to be shoved in my face. But I'm simply enjoying the game and having a good time and fun, and kind of do want to certainly beat it, and maybe even with more than one class, as I currently do play my Kunari mage. There's also a warrior and a rogue. What I do recommend is to not play on a too hard difficulty, because it's going to turn everyone into a bullet magic sponge, and therefore take away from the fun gameplay experience and make you more or less really just spam your light attack until you can finally hit an ability, and it just feels ages until something goes down. That's for you to decide though, how hard you want it and how tedious you want your story to be. Now, I hope I could give you some insight on why I do enjoy the game, and it is actually fun for me despite all the drama out there in the internet. And yes, I was affected by BioWare cherry picking too. I got an early key, but I was not allowed to make an early review or even early guides. I was excluded from that group of people for no reason. I just simply got a key that was not for this. So I could only play for myself and pre-record some guides and stuff like that while the other people were vetted and allowed. That's bullshit, obviously. This is not good look for EA, BioWare. This was not a thing to do. If you hand out review codes, hand them out to everyone and let them allow to create respective guides, videos, and whatsoever. Because no matter how much people seem to like the game, it will always be now seen as, what the fuck was that, BioWare? Just let the game speak for itself. If you would like to see me go live through the game and enjoy myself, here's the video. Have a good time. Thanks for watching and giving me a chance to explain myself. Take care.